Hello, it's me, Sammy, and I'm back, and I'm starting a new series. The series is about Bible journaling. This video is going to be an intro to it. I will have 2 videos flipping through my Bible, and if I have requests, I can talk more about specific entries or whatever. Any questions, I will help with. And this is my journaling Bible. A journaling Bible has, let me show you, wide margins so you can do art on the sides. This is really good for spending time with God and meditating on a verse and expressing your artistic ability in a good spot like a Bible. And something else really cool about this, maybe 30 years, your kids could look at this book and see what you were being taught by God. And it's really easy to see because it's artistic and it has color. And lots of people do Bible journals lots of different ways. When I first heard about Bible journaling, it was when I was in history class and we were looking at the Book of Kells, which is an old Bible that's an illuminated Bible, and it has art, and the letters are art, and the sides are art, and it's just phenomenally gorgeous, and I thought that was super cool. When I was younger, I drew my Bible, but that was because I was bored and wasn't listening to the sermon, and that was a way to get art out when you didn't have a sketchbook. But a few years ago, I was on Pinterest, saw this art in Bibles, and it can be intimidating. It's pretty phenomenal, but it looks really cool, and you see the letters written out beautifully. You see the scene drawn out. And I wanted a journaling Bible, but I didn't have the money to get one at the time, so I told my mom I wanted one for my birthday, which was in over 6 months away. So I started just in a sketchbook or in a Bible. The Psalms in a regular Bible is nice because it has wide margins anyways. Or if there's a spot in your Bible where some Bibles, when the book ends, there'll be a space at the end. So you could use that space. Especially in the New Testament, that is a nice spot to go. So I did a little bit in my regular Bible. Not a whole lot because I was busy and kind of discouraged because I didn't have a real Bible. But if you don't use what you have when it's not super great, you probably aren't going to use what's amazingly awesome when you have that. So I really hope the camera's not shaking a lot because I touched the table. Anyways, so if you have stuff that's not super great, use that stuff. Okay. This has literally been the hardest video to film because I do not have batteries that work, and I've had to switch cameras because apparently the camera I used the first time I filmed this video doesn't do audio when you film because it's old or something. So hopefully I can get through this. So supplies, I can go more into depth with this on my flip through. I can show you examples. I'm just going through a brief intro for this. But for supplies, my basic supplies is watercolor. For me personally, I love that because you can go super quick, and I love how sheer the colors, and you can go on the text and still read the text perfectly. Because one thing I don't like about a lot of people doing Bible journaling is they cover up the words, which I think that in the Bible, the main point is the words. And if you are covering up the words, that's distracting from God. Because God is the one who wrote the words. So your art should make the words pop out and make you be able to understand the words more. Not distract you from the words. Or, in fact, cover them up. So that's why I like watercoloring, because you can add color to the whole page and you can still see the words. And it's really fast and easy. And if you don't use too much water, it doesn't bleed through. I haven't had any issues. I like to get a pen and draw what I'm going to draw and then fill it in with paint. Because I think that's my personal art style. the last few years. You could use a super nice Micron pen, which I had for a while before I lost my bag. Or you can just use a ballpoint pen, but test it on the pages, like the intro pages, the foreword, or like a Bible reading plan. Like, let me show you what I practice on. This is one of your reading Bible plan, and I mark on this to make sure pen's not going to bleed, or if I use water on that pen that it won't bleed, because sometimes I just find a pen lying around my house and I don't know what type of pen it is, or I don't know enough about pens to know if it's going to bleed by reading whatever type of pen it is. And you can have different types of pens. Like this was done with a ballpoint pen, and these was done with a Micron pen. Micron pens are super nice, but they also can be kind of pricey. I also have used colored pencils, stickers. My most recent one, I've used sequins. And I used crayons before, and I've used acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is great for covering up a picture that's not super awesome and you want to redo it. Or you can just tape a paper on top of it, I've heard before. I've never actually done that myself, but that's what I basically use for supplies, and I can go more into depth with that in my flip through. This is just an intro video to my Bible journaling series. So if anyone has any questions about anything at all, just ask me in the comments and I will tell you. And if I can, I will address it in my video. And if you want, I can tell you tutorials on specific entries I have, if you so desire. And yes, I am in my pajamas right now because I'm doing this video before people in my house are out of bed, which is actually, it's about 9:30 in the morning right now. And the only one out of bed is my 4-year-old niece. So, I guess this setup works pretty well. And... Toosh!